Hey guys, today on Dirty Pal, we will be reviewing the K2 Backside Flow 30 Avalanche Airbag Backpack. To start off with, word of advice is that this backpack is not a jetpack, so don't take it lightly when going to the backcountry. Advise to take avalanche training. This airbag, just like in cars, in vehicles, just because the vehicle has airbags doesn't mean you don't need a driver license anymore. Do apologize in advance, this video might take a bit longer as this bag just has too many features. As you can see in front of us is the K2 Backside Flow 30 backpack. To start off with is the front pocket here. This main tool pocket here as shown is kind of half clamshell design. Within it you can see there is some diagrams of how to store stuff and how to ski carry and snowboard carry, as I'll go over later on in this video. As you see inside here, there is two slots here for your shovel probe and also any other tools such as ice axe. On the bottom here there is an opening loop, so if you have a longer ice axe you can just have the lower end pointing out. And kind of hard to see in here, but inside here there is kind of a reinforced rubbery area for sharp objects, so you don't puncture through this particular one, the sleeve here. On top here you can see there's a bit of a loop, so you can tuck certain things behind it. Overall is a pretty nifty design. It doesn't really impede on most of the bag, as you'll see later on, as it still has many features. Opening up to the main compartment here, something cool that K2 did is that they actually kind of went all out and put another third zipper tab here. The third zipper tab just means that if you're having heavier items when you're packing, you can still reach it through the third bag underneath and inside into your bag, so without kind of fumbling all over trying to find something lower down in the bag. Opening up here, as you can see, is a very large opening. K2 designed their see-through pockets here, where are just basically mesh pockets, durable mesh pockets. There's a bigger one on the top and the longer vertical one here on the bottom. And as you can see here, tucked away is actually a hydration pack sleeve. This hydration pack sleeve, personally I think will fit around a 2 liter, possibly a 3 liter, depending on the size of your hydration pack, such as if it's a bit longer it might stick out. And the opening here is for the actual tube to run outside of the bag. As you can see, there's two Velcro strips which attach to the corresponding Velcro strips here. It's attached like so. I'll just take this off for a moment so I can show you the rest of the bag here. So you guys can see inside here, under more Velcro, is kind of the air canister attachment. Here is the actual hose that lets air travel out of the canister into the airbag, and this here is a mechanical pull tab cord that attaches to the top of the canister. The vacuum here. And on the side here, as you can see, is where the actual air canister sleeve that you will slide air canister. And cool thing K2 designed here is the opening where the see-through window, you can kind of exactly see how much air pressure you have if there is any leakage, just before every time you go out there in the backcountry, a quick check. On the side here is a goggle pocket. It's fleece lined on the inside, so it will not scratch your goggles. I personally kind of am worried ever putting a goggle in here, just so it's kind of lower down in the bag and it can possibly crush the goggles and or scratch it. This main compartment is a BCA float avalanche airbag. The actual system is fairly compact. we can go through that later on in the video here. Zip this up. So going to the bag back part here, as you can see, it's very well lined. Every single point that touches the body is kind of cushioned, fairly plush design here. Going from the top, you got the actual large handle where you grab the bag on, and these adjustable tension straps on each side. And K2 kind of went out on the zippers here. There's actually, I did count them, there's 6 zippers tabs in total, so they spared no expense here. The reason being is it helps you access the inside, so if you're routing this physical pull lever, this trigger pull here, you can route it on the right or left side of the bag here. From the factory, it's routed on the left shoulder, so for right-handed people to pull. On the left side here, if you were to locate on the left side, as you can see, there's exact same design for the pull tab that you can put. So if you notice, this actually leaves an extra opening, so if you can actually route one of your hydration tubes out and into one of the spare areas here. And you can see this actual opening is when you actually just use it day to day after the routing has been done. I think K2 noticed that they do have one too many zipper tabs here, and they did color coordinate it into red for both sides here, just so you don't mistake which actual zipper tab you need to pull to access your trigger or your hydration valve. And going to the center here, this is your chest strap, which is adjustable depending on the position and body size of the wearer. So you can slide this up and down, and it is elasticated, so it has some give that conforms to the body. Cool thing is here is the center here has a little whistle, so if you ever fell into a tree well, you can use this whistle, or maybe just yell. On the bottom here is a very sizable waist belt. So you can see I tucked away here is the actual waist belt. It is made of anodized aluminum, so it should not rust or tarnish, I should say. And also it just goes through like this, so. And the reason to use aluminum over the plastic is, one, is just secure, and also two, is if you ever stepped on these with ski boots, they don't crack, especially in the cold. And as you can see, there's 2 pockets on each side here. These pockets are very sizable. I wouldn't say it'll fit a phone, but definitely can fit. Actually, depending on the generation phone, you might be able to fit a few flip phones in here, but modern touch phones, I guess, can already fit them in here, but definitely could fit a few chocolate bars or something. Down here is K2 decided to put 2 loops here so you can attach carabiners, so if you're mountaineering. And on the bottom here is your leg strap, which also has a metal tab on the bottom here, so again, very secure. Going to the front of the bag again here, as you can see, there's a few different cords here, and they're fairly well designed and tucked away. One of the cord here is the top right side here. It's the diagonal ski carry, so there's a little clip here that opens and closes. And back on. There's also a little flip tab here that easily adjusts for depending on the size you need to fit your skis. On the bottom here, as the way it is configured from the factory, is that it is meant for diagonal ski right now. You can, as K2 is a snowboarding company, fit a snowboard on this bag as well. So to demonstrate as shown here, and K2 kind of use this side pack cinch as multi-purpose. So what you do is when you're carrying a snowboard, you undo both sides, and now you got yourself the top snowboard carry. So here, I personally don't like this design. It is a smart design, but if your bag are not fully packed, and if let's say you have heavy items, it can increase the swing weight. So it doesn't really your items in the bag no longer secured inside the bag anymore. Close this back up just so I can show you more of the bag here. On the top here, under the Velcro, is more features. So this is a helmet carry, and they just lock in on the sides as shown here. So a nice helmet carry there. And this top tab here is meant for ski poles or ice axe, and just depending on the size you need. Again, it's adjustable. Just lock in, and yeah, just leave it open like that. Overall, this bag is pretty awesome in that it is a fairly comfortable bag and is fairly safe. Some of the materials, if you ever have a crappy bag, it can rip over time, and so if you're wondering, in the event of the avalanche, what prevents the bag just ripping off the wearer, one is this leg strap. So in case of avalanche, the bag doesn't just flip off of you just like a t-shirt basically sliding on top over your head. Another thing is that many of these straps are made with a high ballistic nylon. The particular brand they use is Cordura. It's a very well-known brand, and any of this is actually ripstop nylon. So if you happen to get a tear or kind of high wear areas, it can just basically prevent larger rips happening. But if one of these tabs do start rip, I would suggest maybe replacing the actual bag. The bag itself is fairly heavy at 4.4 pounds for a 30-liter bag. That is on the upper end of the weight scale, but partially is just this bag contains so many features that it just adds up the extra weight. But good thing about this bag is that it's so well padded. The weight distribution is awesome on this bag. It's very plush on the shoulder straps here and the belt loop, and the back here is underneath the foam. There is also kind of some kind of plastic protector, so you can't feel what you're actually putting inside the bag if there's sharp objects. Overall, this is one of the bags that I selected for my personal use. I enjoyed using it. The reason I personally like this bag is actually BCA is one of the major companies that's producing avalanche airbags recently. And because they're a major contributor to the avalanche airbag market, K2's sister company actually purchased the brand BCA. BCA has some interesting, I guess, design feature in that they can use regular air canisters. So what that means is if you're on a flight, you got to your destination, you can go to any scuba shop and or paintball shop, for example, and just use their air compressor and fill up your air canister. Compared to some other systems, such as Mammoth, the odd system they use, and also ABS system here uses nitrogen. Nitrogen is just more difficult source type of air to source, and also to have that compressed is again more equipment that many places do not have. So BCA is cool in that you can just use regular air, and two is that BCA has a fairly strong airbag here. So I'll just show you the top. So this would be what is a rip away area here. So in the event that when you actually do pull the cord, this actually tears open the zipper and releases this very thick, durable airbag. The airbag itself is 150 liters, and I've seen some reviews saying that people try to, for testing purposes, try to use their ice axe and try to puncture it. It's actually very difficult to puncture and very durable. That's a well-designed airbag, so they've been using the system for a while. Just to demonstrate how to put it back together. It's a bit tricky, so hopefully you're not looking at a second avalanche. So you basically, this is one of the sliding, and there's only one, and you kind of reload it by going back to one side again. The zipper itself is nothing special. It is a nylon zipper, so fairly durable. Probably the most durable design actually. Slide it back over the top here, and around, and there you go. The airbag itself, obviously when it's actually deployed, it takes a little longer because you got to release the 150 liters of air out of the bag. But overall, if you're using this for multi-day purposes, you can carry 2 air canisters. And yeah, it's a great airbag pack. I recommend it if you're looking for something plush, or if you're going out there on a motorized vehicle. The weight then shouldn't be a big issue. You guys hopefully enjoyed our video and this review of this K2 Flow 30 Avalanche airbag. Stay tuned for further content and reviews in the near future. If you have any questions regarding this bag, please leave in the comments below. Also see our footnotes here below the video of the detailed specifications on this bag, and please subscribe to our channel. Take care.